filters. We're good to go. You get to stare at my face today. Yeah. Let's see if I can fix this thing. To anybody who's new to this, I'm up in Maine today. I brought my family up, my kids. My wife lives up here in Maine. Brought up my kids, and because it's a very small apartment, it's a one-bedroom with 4 people in it. The kids are basically sleeping on the couch, which means, and it's just a small place to live stream and be able to not wake them up. So I am here in my car, just outside of the apartment building. So we're live streaming here. Now I've done this before when I'm in when I was doing this on Instagram. This is my first time actually doing this, I think, on YouTube. So here we go. Azante Rose, welcome. How are you? All right, but we are going to be snapping up a model. I've decided which. I brought, like, typical me, I brought like a shit ton of them. I will likely end up working on the Bawoo though. I'm going to turn off the wipers though, because that's really annoying. Oh hey, Ray. So we'll be working on this guy, I think. It's just a lot easier to work on this than to work on a glue model in a car. Anyway, I had to get a cup of coffee. I am excited that in our next month, my wife is moving to, if you're gonna run the wipers, at least wait for Nick. Nice. My squeaky wipers too. Anyway, so we're gonna be getting a new, my wife is, so how's your week been? It's not that my week's been fine because I was off Friday, which means I only had to work 10% of my day. But it's been fine, and you know, just trying to keep my head low, get through the work week, have fun. I actually did have fun yesterday. I made some banana bread yesterday, which I've never done before, so that was fun. And the week is now behind me, and I'm looking forward to spending the weekend with the whole family, meaning my wife and both my daughters. We're kind of all trapped together, which is cool. We're not going to all be doing our own thing. All right, I'm breaking out some tools. I'm going to start working on the Bawoo. So I'm just getting myself. Doing this in a car is not the easiest thing, but it is doable. Just getting all of the runners ready to make it easier to actually start doing an assembly. It's always good. Gotta get through the tough work week. Weekends ain't long enough. No, they're not. And in fact, I've been the last few weeks, because I've had vacation time I need to burn before I lose it. It's the use it or lose it policy. That's exactly what I've been doing. So I've been taking Mondays and Fridays off. So my work week has been anywhere from 3 to 4 days. I really like it. You know, I'm not looking to go down the work thing. I mean, my job, unfortunately, is one that I am salary and commission, and I'm always on call, basically meaning that my clients can give me a shout when they want. So yesterday I'm emailing, I'm getting texts all the time. Oh, this isn't working, that isn't working. It's like, and I need to turn it back over to my team or resolve it if I can. Go out for breakfast tomorrow by yourself. The quiet will be nice. You know, Ray, I got to tell you, most mornings I'm waking up and it's quiet anyway. I love it. It's that 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, right before the live stream starts, it's usually it's me time, and it's nice waking up, clearing the head. I can listen to my own shit. It's great. In fact, most mornings I'm actually listening to either something news related, music related, hobby related. So, and it's good to be able to do that. You know, the drive up here to Maine is a long one, but and you're kind of trapped in a car with everybody, and it's not always the easiest thing. But look, I mean, I'm sounding crabby, and I'm not actually. I'm actually very excited to, you know, have my downtime and then be able to, boom, go right into spend time with the family. Also, don't recommend going out to eat solo on Mother's Day. Yeah, bad idea. Like I said, I made my wife my banana bread is kind of like a little gift, which I think is kind of cool. I only have temp work. It finishes soon in Australia. We now have rules about contacting employees out of hours. I've got to tell you, I love that, Azante. You folks are so lucky for stuff like that. Americans have always had that get up and go kind of attitude, which I think has started to cost us, cost our souls. And I'm not saying that lightly. I think it's exactly that. There's something to be said, and I've actually gotten better about, I'm pulling away. And in fact, I've been contacted by my colleagues on days off and said, hey, can you reach out to somebody about this? Because we got some scheduling changes. I'm like, it's my fucking day off. The answer is no. You guys can do it. I can't have a day off if you're contacting me and having to do something. This is all like working. I'm looking forward to being able to rest. Yeah, and that's the funny part. We kind of talked about this. I've obviously talked quite a bit about work over the last 5+ years that I've been doing this. I don't have a problem with working. I've never said to somebody, I hate working. I actually enjoy working. What I don't enjoy is feeling like, you know, like when you got that line of people and we need a volunteer, everybody steps back and you're the guy standing still. You know, that kind of, I'm not looking to be volunteered. I think it's a good rule. People need their own time, even if it's needed extra person to work. That's the whole point. And actually, I've had a conversation about the owner of our company about this specific issue, and I've told him that, you know, we're understaffed. If you're relying on all of us to take on more duties because you're not willing to move forward with hiring people, fuck you. And it's literally been that language. It's like, that's not good. So I'm very happy to see that. Well, let's put it this way, and I don't mean to make this into a you said duty. I probably did say duty. I don't mean to make this a non-model conversation. I usually say this for Thursdays, but you know, our country has been founded on killing itself, employees killing themselves for their jobs, and I'm starting to pull back from that personally, because it's like I'm almost 60 years old. I'm not looking to die before I have a good long retirement. I'm not looking to, you know, give it up for Queen and company. So I think any country that has sensible labor laws, and we don't, I'm all for. So good for you, Azante. I wound up doing strawberry cream cheese squares this time. Nice. Added some vanilla to the mix and made this one a touch sweeter. Ooh, just save me one, Ray. I told the company to be able to handle workload, not employees. Exactly. So I think what ends up happening is always this attitude of, well, are you a company person or not? It's like, oh, I'm definitely there to help out my company, but I'm there to help out my fellow employees, make money for the company, make money for myself. I'm not looking to get screwed because you're not willing to do what's right. You know, there was actually something that my boss said recently about, well, you know, maybe a lot of people, maybe there's too many employees in certain places, like in our government and that kind of thing. There's too many employees. Maybe that we need to reduce. I said, well, who came up with how many employees are needed? Let's say you've got 200 people working in an organization. And somebody says, we only need 100, and you let go of 100. Now you got 100 people doing the work of theoretically 200. How did you come up with that? How did you come up with creating that efficiency? You know, we see that seems to be the big word here in the US, right? How'd you come up with that efficiency? You know, did you do an analysis? Did you talk to your employees to see, hey, what are you actually, I'm not looking to drill into, you know, are you working? It's like, what's your workload like type of thing? And the answer is no, nobody does that. They just say, look, we've lost a couple people, but we're still doing okay. We've lost a few more people. Yeah, our team is down 40%, 30%, 60%, whatever, but we're still doing okay. It's like, no, you're not doing okay because you got people who are calling out sick more and burning out more. You're not doing okay. There's still time left, but these don't seem to last long. Well, next time we meet, Ray, you better have some ready. I gotta tell you, yesterday when I made banana bread, I actually really enjoyed it. And it's like, and it, just so you guys know, I don't like cooking. I don't like being in the kitchen. It's just a personal thing. And part of it is because I usually do it more for trying to satisfy the taste of everybody in the family. But when I actually do something like, I remember the few times that I've actually cooked and it was just me, I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. Hey, Joe, good morning. What's going on, world? What's going on, dude? It's your world playing it, yeah. So, anyway, you know, life, the funny thing is, it's an attitude I'm trying to get across to my girls. It's like, look, you have to work. I don't want to fucking hear it. You have to work. You got to put in your time to do certain things. You want to have money, you have to earn the money. I'm totally in favor of that. But when you are off, you are off. And don't let the work interfere with the personal. It's kind of like the separation of church and state. There's work and there's personal time, and those two should never come together. It's even better when you cook healthy food for your family. Yeah, I agree. Or you make something that's just enjoyable for the entire family. I'm looking forward to trying out this banana bread. So I brought it last night. We're going to have it for breakfast this morning. I'm excited about that. I'm always a little bit off, but in such a good way. You're kind of like Lindbergh cheese, Ray. That's what you're like. Did you just call me stinky cheese? Did. Yes, I did. Oh, shit. That was weird. Surprised I didn't stab myself to death. But ever last I tried to make it, it looks like it can make the devil blush. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? That, to me, that sounds like it might have been a good thing. Was it soaked in rum or something? Anyway. All right, let's get to it. We are gonna work on a model bit. So for anybody who is asking, yes, I'm gonna be working on the Bawoo. The same thing I started working on Thursday, because it's a snap together model. It's a lot easier to work on a snap together model in a car than it is to work on or summon it. There are people who don't care to be on call. It's a matter of being open communication with employees. Yeah, 100% Azanti. I couldn't agree more. Look, I don't have a problem being on call, but I also expect the same thing back. If I'm not available, I expect other people to be on call. Look how healthy all these pastries are, but we're enjoying them. Exactly. And that's healthy because it's healthy for the mind, right? I'm laughing my ass off. Helldivers, which is the third-person game like Starship Troopers, but makes fun of itself. Just troll the players with funny-ass pay for gimmick. Nice. Yum. Rum-soaked banana bread. I gotta tell you, I'm not really a big rum guy, but that actually doesn't sound bad. Those flavors go well together. Devil told me I couldn't withstand the storm. I leaned in close and whispered, I love your eggs. Ray. What the fuck? Alright. So let's start doing some assembly. Anyway, happy Saturday, everybody. I know I'm not sure if I actually said that at the beginning, but happy Saturday. Up in Maine? Up in Maine, yes sir. Up in Maine. As I said at the beginning, Joe, my family is, it's a one-bedroom. We got the whole family up, the four of us. The girls are sleeping in the living room. It's just too difficult to live stream. I wanted to live stream. I could have just said pass on it, but to live stream with and not wake everybody up, so. Fucking took me a while, deviled eggs. I should make deviled eggs. I do like me a good egg. Last time I had rum, I had an awful hangover. Yeah. I don't do much hard alcohol anymore. Just don't really enjoy it as much as I did when I was younger. But every now and then. I did get some kick-ass horseradish from a nice Polish deli. Maybe I'll make some deviled eggs this weekend. Look at you guys talking about deviled eggs. By the way, I haven't had breakfast yet. I'm getting a little hungry. So stop talking about food. Oh, man. I'm looking forward to today. We're gonna... everybody's gonna be getting up at their lazy time, which is great. I think we're heading into Portland. For anybody who doesn't know the United States well enough, Portland is a coastal city, fairly high up in the in New England, in the northeast of the United States. And last time we did it, I like that city a lot. It's a fun town to be in. I don't like deviled eggs. Only the soft stuff. Let's see what we got here. I don't either. It was a rare hangover. It was a rare hangover. Nice. May it be rare. I will say, the older I get, the more I wish that things were rarer. Things like hangovers. I just can't deal with hangovers the older I get. Going to the Cryptid Museum? We are not. No. Love horseradish. Add a bit of beets to it. Oh, dude. I'm the only one in my family who loves beets. I do love beets. My family is like, it's like you put a beet in front of them, they absolutely go apeshit, bonkers crazy. Puts on a Space Marine voice. Heresy! Nice. Deviled eggs is delicious. Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I went to a rave at a farm, so let us turn up the best. Let us turn up the beat. Well, that's good, Ray. Ray, you are on fire today. You are on fire. And I don't mean as an explosive diarrhea or anything. I'm just saying. So, wow, this model is definitely laden and festooned even in polycaps. That was good, wasn't it? So, anybody got anything special planned for the weekend themselves? So, coffee question. Do you wait for your coffee maker to finish, or do you pour a cup before you... Ooh, Joe, that's a good question. So, up in Maine, I have a drip coffee maker. At home, back at our regular home, I have a French press, which obviously you can't wait for that, right? So, I usually, when I'm up here, I'll wait for it to finish fully. However, there have been times when I'm that impatient. What about you, Joe? That seems awfully recessed. Nope, just playing video games all weekend. Nice. Downtime, gotta love it. I have a French press to Ethiopian coffee. Ooh, that sounds nice. I have a, to me it's an Arabica blend of coffee from a company in San Francisco. I usually pick it up at the grocery store. It's pretty good. My wife actually picked up a locally roasted coffee for this weekend. It's actually quite good, considering it even came out of a standard drip maker. I want all the flavors. Special plan, maybe sit in a corner like a goblin and devour cheese whilst being incredibly lactose intolerant. Take something. My daughters also have a little bit of a lactose, like not a bad one, but they have a slight lactose intolerance, and they usually take, what are they, like a lactate pill or something like that. Might not be a bad idea. Out of all the things I have automated, the coffee maker is not one of them. I love automation except my coffee maker. Strong as shit coffee. I love it. I like a good strong coffee. I just don't like a bitter coffee. Anybody here a Starbucks fan? Ugh. My kids, every now and then, everybody's like, oh, let's go to Starbucks so I can get my refresher. My wife gets whatever her thing. It's like, and they always say, hey, do you want something? It's like, no, not from Starbucks. That kind of reminds me, I still need to send you those coffees at your convenience, Joe. Joe, I got something I'm going to be sending you very soon, too. Do me a favor, Joe. You know what? Joe, you're not on Blue Sky, correct? Morning car, George. Indeed. Indeed. Family's inside. Didn't want to wake them up this morning. Oh, yeah, we can do the wiper thing. Let's see if it drives Nick batshit crazy. Drives me crazy. I hate that sound. What's going on, Nick? Good morning. So here you can turn the wiper back on. My ass shouldn't be anywhere close to cheese yet. Here I am being like the rodent I am. There's a couple fancy coffee places I go. Starbucks isn't one of them. Dunks is garbage now too. I actually prefer, if I'm gonna go out, I think Dunks has gotten better. But if I'm gonna go out, I am on Blue Sky. It's when I don't want a Republican view. Hey Joe, hit me up on Blue Sky. And send me your address again. I know I have it somewhere. I'm starting to, because I'm no longer spending time on Instagram. I am no longer spending time on Instagram. Yes. Hit me up on Blue Sky. I'm starting to import a lot of my contacts into my phone. Hit me up with your address, please. My mind's telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. I know. Dude, we've all done that, haven't we? You eat something that it's like, oh, I'm gonna regret this, but what do you say? It sucks going in, but it's you know, I'm sorry, it's great going in, but it sucks coming out. As coffee drinkers, do you love the taste of coffee on the spoon that you stir the coffee first before you drink? Ooh, it's the best thing. Ooh. So the funny thing is Auntie, I don't normally stir my coffee. I just I use as my boss used to call it, turbulence. I just throw in some oat milk and just kind of let it do its thing. I also like oat milk in my coffee. I do like cream, but I don't like it as much. Hasn't been good since they stopped making donuts in-house. Really? I remember I moved to, yeah. It's whatever, bro. I got you. Okay, perfect. Yeah, definitely hit me up, Joe. I'll definitely, I got something for you too, brother. Anyway, so with that, I hope everybody does have a, as you can probably tell, maybe you can't. You monster. Oats have very sensitive nipples. I know they do. And you know what? I'm okay with milking those. In fact, you give me their nipples. I'll sit there and milk them. Right. It's a pretty shitty day today. But we usually have creamers in Australia. Oh, okay. So, Azanti, question for you, my friend. You don't have creamers. So, Azanti, do you do Australians drink their coffee straight, black, or with any sugar or anything, or what's the usual take? I guess it's all over the map here in the U.S. as well, but I'm kind of curious. I also I'm gonna go out on a limb here. coffee is coffee. Okay, I know I'm gonna sound like the get off my lawn kind of guy in just a second here. Coffee's coffee. Whatever, you know. I'll have a grande mochaccino latte. What the fuck are you ordering? Coffee's coffee. Milk and coffee. Yes. Okay. Latte. Sugar too. Yeah. Gotta send you that pic of the plate I had. Yes, please. Yeah, send it to me that way, Joe. Yeah, Joe, start that way, and we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it in a different form too. Hold a second. Someone could have. Hold it. So my name. I was 2 weeks delayed because apparently this had to be named. First, someone could have someone plates. Oh my! You could have lost your plates, Joe. Speaking of coffee, during college times, I used mixed coffee with Red Bull. Jesus, what? You just didn't have enough caffeine? The funny thing about interesting story. I didn't get into coffee until after college when I started working at back then I was working in at a library's university library system, and my second year there I transferred to another department, and my boss, he made this really strong French roast that was really good. He made a great coffee, and I'll tell you, my work productivity jumped up by 20%. This is before we had computers. I was using, we had a card catalog, literally a card catalog, and I was flying through those things. That university got so much productivity out of me. Wow, with Red Bull, my God. Sesame-based drinks are amazing when made correctly. I'll take your word for it. That sounds disgusting. I know it does, doesn't it? Oh. Stolen the plate name because it's a custom plate. So you hold it, Joe. Hold it. Your plates were physically stolen? Coffee just a bit of sugar. Your coffee's just a bit of sugar? Yeah. I do that when the coffee's a little too strong. The only time I put sugar in my coffee is when I have a Turkish coffee. And even then it's like hit or miss. My body rejects caffeine like racism. Really? Wow. My friends, I'm just gonna say this real quickly. I love these conversations. This is what the live stream in the morning here in the US is all about. Model making, yeah, it's fun. But I love like working on a model and mostly talking and maybe working on a model. Yes, I have the instruction manual here. Yes, the box is here. Yes, the nippers are next to me. I am working on stuff, but just ridiculously slowly. Sorry. But it's all about the convo. Every morning, this is about the convo. Well, Zombie Brew, first French press, then put into the coffee percolator as the water. Holy, are you serious? Holy shit, Joe. You run the coffee through the coffee maker afterward? Oh, wow. That'll wake you up. Although they expired, and I had apparently made an appointment to get them renewed. So okay, all right. So because they expired, got it. But you still have the Zaku, right? Yeah, Saturday night here. I love this type of conversation. This is what it's about. You know, and I've said this multiple times. If your expectations are you're going to learn something from me, now, there are other people doing that kind of stuff consistently. I'm building a model, and that's the way it is. The progress in the car is the same pace as the workbench, just about. But Nick, as you know that there are better modelers out there, and they can do what they do. I can do excellent work when I really want to, but I'd rather talk. When I'm doing the live stream, I'd rather talk. My grandma's just left the coffee in the percolator all day. By the afternoon, it would turn gray. Oh, that kind of coffee. Oh, yeah, I know that kind of coffee. That's a scary coffee. All right, let's get some parts here. Two B's and a C. Just trying to prop myself up here a little bit. So it awakes the dead, and yes, I have it, and register with ParkMats. Excellent. B37 and B21. My hair care routine has significantly improved from your suggestions, though. Oh, really? Well, I'm happy to hear that. What did I say? Give me a second here, guys. I'm going to have to come back and re-hit these things. This is one of the very earliest HGs, and it is definitely showing its age in terms of how they used to number the parts. They're actually numbering the runners the same way they used to do it back in the 80s. If I really need to crunch numbers, mix Red Bull 5-hour energy and twice brewed coffee. I call it the elixir. I call that liquid death. What are you working on? I'm working on the Bawoo that I started working on Thursday evening, Nick. I'm just snapping it together. I actually brought a tank. I brought the T90 that I started working on a while ago. I even have the KF51 here. I got a couple of other things. I usually throw a bunch of things into my travel bag. Apparently, used ground coffee beans actually help hair's health. Really? What do you just like rub it into your hair, into your head? Huh. I think it's a little late for me, unfortunately, Azanti. Is it the Zaku? Nope, it's the Bawoo. I'll show you in a second, Nick. I love this design. I'm actually building the Commander version of this. The green version, the standard version, has been sitting on sticks in my basement, ready for paint for 5 years. What's that right there? So I didn't bring the Zaku with me because trying to build that model, I think I'm actually enjoying working on that at the bench. If you're talking about the red Zaku, the old one, that one I like. I really love that old model. And that's one that, you know, I want to be able to get things cleaned up correctly, and I can't really do that on the road. Just make a new type of coffee shop just called Energy, where the only rule is no more than 3,000 milligrams of caffeine, or no less than 3,000 milligrams of caffeine, Joe. I'm getting palpitations just thinking of that. Yeah, me too. What is the canvas cover that goes on the tank barrel? I know nothing about tank parts, but anyways, I modified the resin part to fit over the, so it all still moves. Oh, you modified it. I think it's just called a mantlet cover, but I could be wrong about that. Good day, Abdul. How are you? Yeah, kind of weird, but it's apparently does. My coworker uses the used coffee bean from the coffee machine. I wouldn't do it. Yeah, again, it's a little too late for me. But I am kind of curious. I know I've seen coffee grounds make good fertilizer. Am I correct? We don't want to kill people, or do we? Well, not that way at least. I believe it's called, Nick, I think it's called the cover that goes around the barrel and it's mounted to the turret. It's called the mantlet. M-A-N-T-L-E-T, I believe. And I believe that's just the mantlet cover. I'm watching you from Malaysia. Yes, Abdul, and you're back. Welcome. How are you? You're actually drink it. He just wasn't prepared. All he smelled purple and it smelled like, and it said it smelled like squares. What? Okay, I'll forget that soon enough. Yeah. Funny enough, Nick, I'm not dissimilar from you. Like me, like I don't, I love working on tanks. I think they're fun to build as models, but do I really care about all the names and parts and everything? No, I just think they look cool when they're done. But having unfortunately done some research on them, you know, to try to figure out, okay, so what does this thing look like? Usually that Google search leads to finding out what the name is. Yeah. Yeah, well then per se, they'd probably vibrate out of existence or phase into another universe, Joe. That's right. That's exactly it right there. How do you travel between dimensions? Just hyper caffeinate. Now he knows better. I smell squares. What the fuck? Really? All right, what do we got here? This is Pat. My New Englander's coming through. Pat. 23? 23. Now he knows better. Oh, George was right. Something's wrong. It's a matlet cover to prevent debris from entering the aiming mechanism. You get an attaboy. Ooh. I got an attaboy. What they call, I just know it sound it makes one takes a man's life. Exactly, Joe. Oh man. I'm breaking out my cute little diamond files. I love these little diamond files. So these actually came from the Kirk collection. So that donation that we got of like, you know, 400,000 models, it included a bunch of tools, many of which were unusable, paintbrushes. He included a compressor that was broken. Thanks, Ray. He was tweaking for hours. Tweaking! And I think the best thing that came out of there, and I grabbed these things, I saw these little diamond files. I'm like, oh, this is great. And I bought these things also, a second set. So I'm keeping one set here in my portable bag, and the other one is at home on the in the drawer. But these little files are great, and they're well. I take it back. They were super cheap. I think I paid like $2-3 for these things, for 5 of them. I think they're now up to 8. Never sneak up on a man that's been in the chemical fire rods. Hot Rod. What is Hot Rod? Is that a movie? So yesterday, just for shits and giggles, right, I decided to go through my entire wish list of on AliExpress. I'm not kidding you. 90% of that stuff is no longer available to be shipped here to this country. Either unavailable or yeah, let's say that it's unavailable to ship to your country or just gone. It's like, what happened? It's crazy. Gone. Oh, be stupid funny, George. Hot Rod? Different movie with Danny McBride. I don't think I've ever heard of it. I think that's in. Feels a little loosey-goosey, but it's in. stupid funny. Oops. Screw that nub. So yesterday, right before, I hope I didn't lose everybody. Hey guys, let me know if I'm still live. I don't see George being a big Andy Samberg fan. He detests Brooklyn. I don't detest it. I think it's funny. I just don't think it's necessarily my funny. But that's just me. Hey guys, let me know if I'm still here. Yeah, if I'm still on. I just saw the count go down, and it's like, and I know I've had an issue before where just like suddenly everything was still working. I just had no connectivity, and I was not informed of it. Let me know. So Nick says I'm here. That's good. As long as Nick's here, everything else doesn't matter. Ian McShane plays the dad. Oh, I love Ian McShane. He's awesome. In fact, I remember watching Deadwood years ago, and I have yet to see the final film that kind of closes the series. I'd like to do that. All that matters. Exactly, Nick. It's all about you, baby. I do this every morning just for Nick. Screw the rest of you. This is for Nick. Al swearing again. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. Dude. I do this for Nick. B33, B35. Let's get some B-pats. Here was an episode in Space 1999. I think, wasn't everybody who's maybe old enough? And he was, what, probably like 15, 20 years old at the time? Hey, Peter, good morning. What's going on, brother? Let's start with 33. Fighting that panda. Why is he fighting that panda? Ian McShane was in something else I saw a while ago. I guess he did. He played a small role in Game of Thrones. I think that was the last thing I saw him in. Speaking of Space 1999, since it came up, that was a show I used to love as a kid. Used to love it as a kid. And I have revisited it on occasion. Season 1 was good in certain episodes and not so good in others. I think it was a little trippy. Season 2, it was a slog. UFO, much better. But one of the things I always loved about Space 1999, I love the Eagles. That has to be one of the best spaceship designs of all time. Devo last night, we're driving up to Maine. Oh! So how was Devo? He also an American Gods. I don't think I've seen American Gods. Was it good, Joe? I'm sure Devo kicked ass. What part of Maine? I'm up in Maine today too, Peter. What part of Maine are you in? UFO, the Jerry Anderson show before Space Night was good too. UFO, I got to tell you, I'm going to go out on a limb here. UFO is an excellent show. It had its flaws. But the one thing that it had, thinking about this, 1969, it had a commander leading his organization who was not a nice guy. Like, he had a mission. I can't recommend anybody watching the show. I can't recommend it enough. You got to watch it. Was one of them named the Hotel California? No, wrong. Yeah, wrong. I knew somebody was going to do that. But no, it was not. Ray. But UFO is one of the most Harpswell. Where's Harpswell? Where's Harpswell? We're in Bethel, and we're heading to Portland later today. What was I going to say? What was I saying? UFO is one of those series that you honestly you love it for the lead character. It's the reason I love the storyline in general. It's a little trippy, and there's times when it's dopey. Don't get me wrong, but Ed Straker, the character, is one of my all-time favorite TV characters because he's not good. He's fundamentally fucked up. That would be a fun model and a good Easter egg. Oh boy, oops, I think I missed something here. Oh boy, it's good. It's like what happened to the old gods. Here is your answer. Oh, interesting. Really? Sorry, Joe, I'm going back. American Gods. I'll take a look at that. What's that on, Joe? Have you read the book? They heard all the good Starbucks are in Portland. Well, I'm still collecting them, yeah. Anyway, if you have an opportunity to watch, and I'm going to say it again. If you, oops, upside down. Here's my recommendation. If you have an opportunity to watch one episode of UFO, it's called The Question of Priorities. It is. I would put it in, and I don't think I'm being coy about it. It is one of my 5 favorite television single episodes of all time. Lots of mesh shirts and purple wigs. Again, the aesthetic was fabulous for the time, right? Totally messed up, but absolutely fabulous. If you go to Portland just the right way, you'll drive by Ray and Robbins. Oh, I've been to Ray and Robbins. In fact, Ray. Oh, it's wiped out. That actually had Ray and Robbins written on it. I was, again, if you're an RC person, man, that place is fabulous. If you're a standard model collector, no Bandai products that I saw. The traditional cars, lot planes, armor, a lot of Tamiya, all good. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, it's good. Now Google says Prime. For American Gods, oh, you should finish Lower Decks. I know, Joe. And I want to get back to it. I think once we get through Deep Space Nine, I think we're going to kind of force back to it. Also, once my younger daughter is just wrapping up her high school career, so I think once we get into summer, we'll be able to do that. The opening title sequence is really cool. Yeah, and so is the music. I got to tell you, who did the music for all of that stuff? The Space 1999 theme, the UFO theme. I love the Captain Scarlet music. All of that stuff that was done by for Jerry Anderson was fabulous. You could listen to the audiobook. That's how I would do it. I would definitely listen to the audiobooks. Unfortunately, George is a remarkably slow reader. If I'm going to read through a book, it has to be an audiobook. Let's get a couple polycaps in here. Because that's what we got here. So yeah, again, I take it back. Maybe I do. Maybe I do highly recommend some stuff. But I am going to recommend one thing. If you have an opportunity to see the UFO episode, A Question of Priorities, and that episode does not honestly, does not move you. Yeah, Barry Gray did the music. Yes, thank you. That's who it was. I thought that was Barry Gray. Absolutely spectacular music. You know, what's interesting is just how sometimes, like, some of these people are just so underrated. Barry Gray, sorry. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Those large print audiobooks take up a lot of bandwidth. They do, which is why I don't read large print audiobooks. Joe, how dare you? No. Looks kind of weird. PCC. This don't look right. PCC, PCN. N. Okay. Maybe it is right. Wild. I know, 3 lashings and out to the field, exactly. Exactly. Excuse me. So, Peter, may I ask what you guys got planned for up in Maine? Your father may. Nice, but we're referring to George. That's right. 1, 2, 3. Punch. 3. Oh, dear father, down at the workbench. There we go. Clean. Clean. Nope, not so clean. Almost clean. Clean. Just looking to see what's... Yep. Okay, got it. Just looking to see how this is all coming together right now over me. So it's near Brunswick and Bath. Okay. What's going on up there, Peter? Can you tell me, or is it a super secret? Super secret. Crack that. Got that. These two. Sorry, guys. Trying to see what the hell I'm doing here. Just cutting some. See, it's again interesting to see how much things have evolved. Take a look at like this right here. See how like this is all one molded part? Two halves coming together, right? Which came out together all right, but this would be definitely something done differently. My wife's brother is there. We're going up from, oh, nice. Oh, that's lovely. Awesome, Peter. Have a wonderful time. What's going on, Red? Good evening to you. What you doing in the car? So I'm up in Maine, and because the unit that my wife is living in is a little too small, we have too many people, I can't live stream without waking everybody up. So I'm down here right now. Thanks. That's a haul, 6-ish hours. Yeah, he lives there now. Yeah, we were actually talking about it. It's like, hey, honey, how far is it from like here in Bethel up to like Acadia? She's like, it's like 3 hours. I'm like, what the fuck? 3 hours? Sad. Here's part 2. I don't know about sad. I don't mind it. I'll be back in a sec. Don't sand and drive. Don't sand and drive. Thank you, Peter. I'll keep that in mind. Sir, what's your email? I don't give out my email. Sorry. But anyway, G-Webs, welcome. How are you? Part 2 of knockoff characters. Part 2 of knockoff characters. Oh, here we go. Yep. Go for it, Red. Are these actual ones that you've seen? Like, this is what they call them? That's the opposite of the usual. Just keep sanding. Just keep sanding. Just keep sanding. Yeah, exactly. Well, there is something to be said about that, right? B6. That's a hit. No, I made them up. Did you really? And here I thought those were for real, Red. Oh, God, this thing is awful. Show you guys in a second. That's the thruster? Yeah, this is where I think in these very, very early generation Bandai kits, as good as the molds are and as good as the fit and finish is, right? Not going to fault them for that. There are so many things that have improved in the 25 years since they introduced. Actually, I'll take a look at that in a second. Yeah, there's a real lack of sanding today. Real lack of sanding. Bingo! I have a sister. She is at the university. We have to pay rentals for her, but my mom don't have money. G-Webs, I apologize about that. Hopefully you can apply for some kind of grants. I wish I could help, but unfortunately, I'm about to put my daughter through college too, so I feel for you. He tried running his wipers. It wasn't the same. Square Yellow Kid Toucher is a knockoff of SpongeBob. Square Yellow Kid Toucher. That actually sounds very inappropriate. All right. So when was this model in? Okay, here we go. You guys ready for this? There's probably people here who weren't even born when this thing was introduced. 2000. So this model is 25 years. It's funny to think. It's a good model, don't get me wrong. It's definitely a dated Bandai model. That's right, sir. Thank you very much. Stay blessed. Thank you, G-Webs, and you as well. And I wish you and your family all the best. Remember the special plans earlier, 2 rolls weren't enough. 2 rolls weren't enough. I guess they weren't. 25 years ago. I remember 25. Do I remember 25 years ago? It was before my kids were born. Jesus. Barely remember that. Half a cheese pellet muncher is a knock. Half a cheese pellet muncher. I gotta tell you, some of these currently out of TP. Send help. Okay, I'm Amazoning over a bunch of rolls of TP for you, E. Oh, man. Dude, I gotta tell you, Red, if I'm correct, you're a fairly young individual, right? Some of the stuff that you're calling out right now, some of the names, wow. They are, there's certain connotations to what you're saying that just comes across wicked fucking funny. Blue Robot Kid Defender, a knockoff of Mega Man. Does the garden hose reach into the bathroom? Oh, Lord. Lord Almighty, and pass the butter. Oh, God. Anyway, I'll show you this part, guys, because this is bad. This is like one of those, this model gets fully finished. This thing gets, yeah, you know what's funny? The green one that I'll never probably finish. No. No, it doesn't. Like, that's the thruster that gets put on. I mean, that looks like crap, right? Anime accurate or not, that looks like crap. And then these things, like I said on the side, I mean, those just, man, those things would easily get replaced with something much, much better. It's just amazing to see how much engineering has improved. And I get it, 25 years is a long time. Things have just improved so much over those years. Don't get me wrong, this is still a very enjoyable model. And the design, I love the Bawoo. I love those Zeta, double Zeta designs. Just jump in the shower. Yeah, just go right into the shower. My ass is cramping the fuck out. E, do you come on here specifically to tell us about your cheese incidences? Mech Outer Space Fighter is a knockoff of Gundam. Red, trying to. Jesus. 84, 83. Anyway. My Master Grade Easy 8 is the same, 2000, yeah. You know, Joe, it is amazing how back in the day there seemed to have been a lot more Master Grades produced. You know, of a variety of things. I mean, again, I don't follow Master Grades well enough, but is it my imagination or have they really slowed down on introducing Master Grades? Like, a lot. I'm not talking about premium Bandai. I'm talking about just like a new sculpt, a new design. So you can make an outhouse with a garden sprinkler built in. Clean as you go. Exactly. I think that would be a good idea. Family might like it too. Horus the House Demolisher is a knockoff of Bob the Builder. I love it. Go Red. Go Red. Oops, you're back. Got a show lot. HG is better than MG. Well, you're not going to hear any argument from me on that one. You know, being somebody who likes, I'm assuming by what you just said, HG being better than MG, you're talking about in general. I would not disagree with you on that. But the specific HG versus MG, like Easy 8, I couldn't answer that. Should not be anywhere near cheese, but it's so fucking worth it. Yeah, dude, you got to take some kind of a lactose intolerant pill. Mega size or GTFO. GTFO? Get the fuck out. What are you doing? Hey, Damien, I'm doing well. I'm working on the Bawoo in the car, so I don't disturb my family that are still sleeping. How are you? Happy Saturday to you. Mega size ball. Mega size ball. I would love to see Bandai do more 148 scale stuff. That'd be cool. I also wouldn't mind seeing them do a 135th scale. You don't have to do, just find a design. Find like one of your most iconic designs, whether it's the Gramps, Mark II, Zeta, Unicorn. I don't care. Yeah, I probably wouldn't mind. I would not want to see a unicorn personally, but that's just me. He's willing to, but listen, guys. But I'd love to see them do like a 135th scale Gundam. That'd be awesome. I could get with that Ray. All 4 kits make it hard to get behind. What did I just miss? Something likes to disturb our sleep. Well, the economy is so shit. Bandai's trying to figure out what people want. It's a 4-way split. HGMG, HGRD. It would be unicorn. It would be the unicorn. Yeah, so don't do it then. They have done a couple busts at 135th. Yes, Bandai. I'm not sure Bandai has done it. There have been some 135th busts, but it would be really good. I don't know, just to have like one. Look, it's going to be a small print. It's not going to get a lot of play, but it would be a fabulous thing for them to do. Just do one 135th scale model, full model. You know, haven't seen. Next time Clint is on, we're going to have to ask him. I don't think he's been working on it in a while, but I'd like to ask him how that 135th knockoff that he got, that he paid like $100 for, which I'm sure in today's economy we won't be able to find for, if at all, for anywhere near that amount of money. Actually, I'm almost done with this leg. What do you know? I'd love to see a 135th scale Gramps, and that was the one that Clint was working on, which I think he said was basically like an upscaled HG. Who cares? You can scribe in and do all the detail work, but just to have something in 135th scale would be fucking awesome. 130 kits from other manufacturers, but they were stupid money, like over 2K. 135 Gramps would be it. Yeah, that would be the one I would want, or the Mark II. But they'll never do a Mark II. That's my personal favorite Gundam. But if you're gonna do one of the iconic ones, the Zeta or the Mark II. But yeah, Clint's was I think, if I recall correctly, Clint said he only paid about $100 for it. Anyway, good luck trying to find it now. Let's see, where is I? B4. I just got the PG Mark II. I wasn't missing it this round. Did you get the one through P Bandai, Ray? Uh-oh, George is mobile. George is mobile. Robert, good morning, my friend. How are you? That's the only perfect grade I want to get. I want to get the perfect grade Mark II at some point. And I might just wait until that might be the only Gundam I pick up when I go to Japan. Again, what's it, 24 years away, so who knows? Things might change in between, but, you know, That would be the one that I'd probably want to pick up in Japan. That's if we're not at war with Japan or every other country. No, I apologize. I don't mean to go down the political route. Yeah, sorry guys. I don't want to go down that route today. I read some reviews on that 135. It was basically a bit of all the version. Yeah, all versions of existing kits. Oh, you know when your wife's is it black? Smoke from the chimney. Likely she'll either call or she'll text. But I'm going to probably head on up in about another, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes or so. If I don't hear from her sooner, Peter. That's funny, though. That's actually really good. That's really good. I got the standard release. I don't care what color it is. I can paint. Oh, exactly. Was that the only difference with the standard version and the P Bandai? Was the color? Titan's color versus AU colors? Are you shitting me? I am sleepy. Too sleepy to be starting my day trying to explain transubstantiation to someone on Reddit. Why would you do that? Wow. Really? Transubstantiation? That's funny. I love papal humor. Except the kind that's released by our president. Not that kind of papal humor. Pope Leo XIV, the bear. Father Guido Sarducci over here. Yeah, exactly. God, we need him back. Is he still alive? Because I'm Catholic and they were misunderstanding. Yeah, that's going to be a conversation for Thursday night. We'll table it for Thursday. Wow, really simple foot. Lots of filling in there. See, like stuff like this. Like, I know normally the foot's supposed to be kind of flat, so you don't see underneath it. But they give you all this detail here, and then they give you all of this gapping to prevent you, you know, it's like, no, fill all that shit in. Yes, he's still doing it. Is he really? Wow, that's so cool. That is really cool. Oof. This is a... Whoops. Get a break. There we go. Oof. He's still doing it. Oh my. Okay, there we go. It's like, ooh, there's something missing here. Yep, there's something missing. We're almost done with the leg here. Father Guido Sarducci. Man. I haven't seen anything from him. It's got to be at least 20 years. At least. He was the rock critic for the Vatican newspaper, right? Hold that. Is that a joke or is that for real? That would be funny as hell. Mostly advise the individual to speak to an actual Catholic priest. I can answer, but I don't speak for the educational background and authority on Catholic teachings. Hello. Yeah, wise, right? He was in the Casper movie as a cameo. So at least 20 years. Pope Leo went to high school here in Michigan. Yes, he is. He's a Chicagoan, so he's a Midwest boy. And I heard of his father. That was one of his bits. I have not heard of this father. Are you talking about Father Guido Sarducci? Comedian. Who is Sarducci? Yeah, look him up. Father Guido Sarducci. Yeah, he's a comedian who played a priest Let's see what about next. Was he really? I guess the time is right? We have a new pope and we have another guy who thinks he wants to be pope. Perfect time for Catholic humor. Perfect time for Catholic humor. Be right back. If not in time, later space noise. All right, Joe. If we don't see you, I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, brother. Yeah, righty. Yes, like that. Man, I hate these old designs. Comes together fine, but boy, it's spectacular how much better things have gotten. I'll table my comments on the yeah. We'll talk about it on Thursday. Yeah, Robert, it's disgusting. Let's just leave it at that, right? But we'll leave it there for now. It's disgusting. Wow. Hello. There we go. Yeah, it's fabulous to see how much better things have gotten. Like, you wouldn't see that kind of engineering today in a modern HG. Hey, Richie, what's going on, brother? And I think I did that right, so. Crazy. What's going on, Richie? Excited for today? I bet you are. Had Manny on Thursday, and I guess he's going to be doing something with you guys. Nothing, just woke up. Got a busy day ahead. Yes, I am. Yeah. Manny was sounding pretty excited, too. Who's gonna be there today, by the way? Unless the image or the person who should have there, who they are. It's the tepid response from those who should have responded. My rant on what? That can wait, though. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Absolutely. I think also, and I'm going to leave it with this, and I agree with you, Robert. We'll table it for Thursday, but let's also, man, I need to build old kits more. You should. This is an old HG. I would recommend, if you're going to build an old kit, build some like the original Gundams. They're super fun. The glue together kinds, they're awesome. Okay, I'm going to leave it with this, and we're going to drop this comment real quickly. I think the comments about the new pope being woke and, you know, how dare he go up against Trump. It's like, you do realize that the Catholic Church has been around for magnitudes longer than the U.S. has been around. Nearly a magnitude longer, okay? The Catholic Church is the Catholic Church. So how dare you say that we're for or against the government or a president or whatever? Unbelievable. Absolute crazy shit. How dare you? All right. So my friends, my wife just pinged me. So I'm going to start boxing stuff up, and we're going to head up, and we'll be back on again tomorrow. So we basically got this leg done. And again, very simple. A very simple old HG. It came together pretty easily, pretty nicely. It's just, again, it's just dated. Looking at that thruster, you can see a lot of stuff inside. That's a little weak. You got all of that stuff there. It's just, again, it's just a weak model, given what we're now seeing today with a lot of this stuff coming out. Like that. But it's fun. 5 out of 11 members are going too. That's awesome, Richie. Hey, Richie, have a fun time. Say hi to everybody for me, please. Great weekend, everyone. Peter, you too. Enjoy your time up in Maine, brother. We'll touch base next week. Enjoy your white chocolate caramel macchiato. My foofy coffee. Must be hard to paint or glued. How do you approach it? How do I approach painting this thing? You just strip it apart. It's literally just piecing it all together. But this thing would be like a prime candidate for something that would get done, like a lot of customization work done to it. All right, guys. So with that, I'll be back on again tomorrow. Stay safe and stay sane. All right, go out there and do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. Dude, it's getting crazier and nuttier by the day. I'm not, like, I don't think I know I say it every day, but it really is. It's just like the insanity of what we're seeing out there. It's getting crazier and nuttier. So it's up to us to try to keep this planet sane. I mean, I'm not kidding. And by sane, I mean helping out people, doing right by people, showing love, courtesy, and respect for others. That's the stuff that matters the most. Pakistan, India comes to mind. Amen. The whole Pakistan, India thing. What an unfortunate situation. And unfortunately, with our leadership not being there, I don't think we're going to be able to, we're not going to see a positive resolution. I hope I'm wrong. But guys, go out there, do good, brighten the world as much as you can. Show love and respect. I'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. Enjoy, love you all, and peace.